welcome back to the podcast, everyone. The Bests is taking the world by storm, and we're about to start our second list. Because everyone likes lists, so welcome to the Bests. And this segment is the best. Christmas is coming.
Yes.
Christmas is very soon. Less than 20, like 15, 16 days away. Holy moly. So people are shopping out there. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll be honest, I won't start shopping until probably about the 21st.
I thought you were going to say the 24th.
No, the 21st is a Saturday, so that seems like a really good day to do some Christmas shopping. So we wanted to get this list in for you folks before you go out there, and maybe you're thinking about some last-minute things. And we got some ideas on if you want to extend learning into your home or with your family. These are the best gifts for learning at home and with your family. So I started. We got 9. They're in no specific order of preference. And I'll give you the first. Let's say I'll give you the first 3 or 4. I'll give you the first 4 because I started thinking about this from like a technology perspective. But I like where Glenn went as well, and I'm all in on all of this stuff. I think all of these, the 9 that we're going to give you, are absolutely fabulous. So the first thing that I thought was educational robotics. So a lot of these robots that are popular are available at retail.
Nice,
especially in Canada. So like you can go in Canada to a Best Buy and buy a Dash. You can go on Amazon and buy a Dash. Robot. You can buy a Sphero. You can buy Spheros at a lot of retail in the United States as well. And these are pretty substantial learning opportunities.
Awesome.
You can have fun with them. You can play with them. They are absolutely toys in a lot of cases. But, we know that they're used in schools and that there's a lot of educational opportunities there. And the same goes for number 2, which was Osmo. So for anyone who doesn't know what Osmo is, it's an app that is on your iPad, and there's a little attachment that kind of goes on the top, and it scans down on the surface as you interact with different things, devices. There are some add-ons, and I couldn't tell you what all of the add-ons are, but Osmo is very, very popular. You can buy it. I think you can even buy it, to be honest, at the Apple Store. But it's certainly available pretty widely at retail as well, and fairly inexpensive, especially for something that's moderately high-tech.
Nice.
I mean, inevitably, we were going to bring up playing video games. So I mean,
the best game of all time.
It would never hurt for you to buy your kid Minecraft.
No.
And actually, just announced today to make it to make it timely. So this is on Monday, the 9th of December. They actually just announced that the PS4 version of Minecraft is going to be the Bedrock edition. They're changing it over to Bedrock. So now the Switch and the Xbox and the PS4 are all going to be cross-play and running on the same version of Minecraft starting very soon. So that's actually good. That means that the PS4 version is going to get things like the aquatic update, and all of this other stuff as well. So Bedrock version is the at least they're trying to make it the more universal version. So that's a good thing. So you can buy it for anything now at this point, and get a similar experience across all of the different platforms. And then finally, I'll end my 4 here that I had written down with, I mean, something that's obviously a little more expensive, but if you're looking for that one big gift to give one of your kids, I mean, Isaac, our oldest son, has an iPod Touch. And he's been using that for games and for talking with his friends and stuff like that. And an iPad or an iPod is a great gift. You can buy them an Android tablet, though I don't know why you would want to possibly do that. Hashtag hot take. But certainly any sort of tablet device, there's obviously, I mean, we've talked about this before. It's about how you use it.
Yes.
The idea of getting your kid a tablet should not be something that's crazy or something you should fear, as long as you use them smartly and responsibly and actually treat them like they are, which is an interesting opportunity to learn as well.
Yes. And I was thinking about just games that I've had really, really positive experiences with as a family.
Yeah.
So there's some, and I'm talking about specifically about board games. Mm-hmm. I'm not against competitive games, and one of these games is a competitive games, but there are times when it feels like that actually there are winners and losers. And sometimes I want us as a family, I want us as a family to be able to battle against something, in this case the game itself, and then either come out victorious or we all lose, kind of thing. And that's kind of games like, if you've ever heard a game called Forbidden Island, and there's another game called Pandemic, and it's basically you as the players against the game. And you can set up different parameters for as far as the difficulty level. And it's super enjoyable experience. I have a 12-year-old and a 7-year-old, and then of course my wife plays, and even my in-laws have played. So we're talking about cross-generational, and we're all playing against this game, and it's super awesome to listen to us as strategize, all from the 7-year-old all the way through my 60-some-year-old father-in-law, all talking towards beating the game. It's super awesome. There's another game that Mike and I have enjoyed a lot, and I just absolutely love this game. It's called Splendor. It's easy to learn. Any kid from a young age to adults will have fun playing it. Just a great board game. So I just put family board games, specifically ones, go try to find some of those that are that it's everybody's working together versus working against each other. Then I put something random on here because I was like, one of the gifts that my kids absolutely love, and I think we as parents forget about how much kids love this, is paper. I just put paper and art supplies. And then places to get ideas from, which are books. We are big fans of like Dungeons and Dragons books, just places to be able to let your imagination go wild, and then letting them draw things out. And like your kids too, they get super excited about building levels. So they become these game designers where they're just kind of writing things out and inventing their own characters and whatever it might be. And all of that hyper imagination is super amazing. What a inexpensive cost, and what an amazing things that you can go ahead and do. And they've done so much with that, with paper, art supplies, and books that just will spark your imagination. On a techie side, I was thinking about this. A lot of times we don't give our kids enough credit, and me and you know that our kids are actually able to do things that we don't even know that they can do with video editing and music editing. So programs like Adobe Premiere. So not just the cheese. I don't have anything against iMovie, and it's great for a beginning entry level thing. But if your kid really gets into it, you can do so much amazing things with things like Adobe Premiere Pro, or in music editing. My brother is into music and recording music, and his son is into creating digital music. And they use a program called Ableton, which I've been experimenting with, and it's a fantastic piece of software where you can actually create your own music. You can edit your own music too, but you can create your own music. It's fantastic. It's that would be an amazing gift for your kids to say, hey, follow your passion and let's go do this. And talking about following your passion, was the year that me and you talked about like Ninja breaking the ESPN, the magazine cover, and saying, hey, esports gamers, this is a real thing. And why not set your kids up with a streaming setup? Like teach them how to do it and how to do it appropriately. There's so many videos about not only how to set it up, but to do things appropriately so that you can manage things the right way. So things like needing a laptop, a computer, camera, microphone, those kinds of things. It might be an expensive thing, but you might already have some of the pieces to kind of get started. And I've seen so many streamers that are really good that just start with basics, like super basics. It's all about them, their thing and their personality to be able to kind of get going with that.
I actually Isaac's best friend Alex is getting a computer for Christmas.
Yeah.
And he knows he's getting it. He's actually it's funny. He's actually going to spend the night at our house and hang out with Isaac.
Okay.
But I'm going to build Alex's computer with him.
Awesome.
On our kitchen table. So we're going to go to Canada Computers. It's a big kind of computer parts store, and buy all the pieces, the video card, the motherboard, the hard drives, everything you need to put a computer together, the case, everything, power supply. We're going to bring it all back to my house. We'll order pizza, do the things that kids do when they stay overnight. But then Alex and I, and Isaac's gonna watch. We can't build Isaac a computer. This kid has been saving like for a year and a half. He's got $2,000, so he's building.
Oh wow!
I don't have $2,000 to buy Isaac a computer. I feel a little bit bad, but I mean, if Isaac wants to save, he can buy a computer.
He can do it too.
For sure.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna buy all these parts for Alex. Alex is gonna come over. We're gonna put them all out on the table, and then we're gonna build his computer right. That night he's staying overnight.
Awesome.
And he's going to go home the next day with a high-end gaming PC. But we're going to... I explained to his mom the value of teaching a kid how to actually build a computer is such a cool experience. Like, I haven't bought a desktop computer in well over 15 years. I've been building my own desktop computers for a long, long time. Not only am I saving money, but I actually find it fun. And when you learn about things like that, you can help your family and your friends, with their computers. So I think that it was a fun opportunity to do something that I enjoy, but also, teach Alex how to build computers, and he'll take that skill and use it the rest of his life probably.
Freaking awesome. On my list here, I also had something that maybe people don't think about, and that's musical instruments.
I like this one.
I watched one time a music teacher of Lysander's, my older son, and he was probably only about 7 or 8 years old. And the music teacher taught them all the kids, how to play the ukulele. And they just played 2 chords. I think they were playing Yellow Submarine by the Beatles, And I was like, oh God, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They're showing like a 6 or 7 year old kid, whether they had musical ability, talent, or whatever it might be, he got them all. They're all playing this Yellow Submarine and learning how to strum and hold a chord, 2 chords. And I'm like, yes. So getting your kid a ukulele, $25 entry price. A really good one is about $100. I mean, and that's a really good ukulele.
Pretty cheap.
Yeah. And awesome to play. The neck is tiny. It plays amazing. You can really learn 2 or 3 chords very easily by holding 1 fret down, 1 finger. Fantastic thing. Or other types of thing. I was also thinking about maybe non-traditional. They're not into, let's say, an acoustic instrument like a guitar or an actual instrument like a trumpet or something else like that. Things like MIDI boards. You may not know what that is, but basically kids could be into electronic music, making their own beats of things. So moving them away from already something digitized that's been made for them. So for example, in GarageBand, fantastic tool, nothing against it, but you can actually make those sounds that come out in GarageBand with a MIDI board. And so they can learn basically pitch of keys and be able to go ahead and make their own sounds and crazy things or whatever it might be, and then be able to go ahead and do something like DJ setups, those kinds of things. Yeah. And then finally, I was like thinking about this, and it's the thing that me and you are really into, and basically thinking about just take a trip too. Not maybe during the holiday vacation, but you say, hey, we're going to go do this. Yeah. And really encouraging you guys to step out of your comfort zones as far as typical family vacation places, because your family vacation could just be somewhere you just haven't visited in your local region. Sure. So there's so many places we don't visit, national parks, just great places to museums, etc. And those experiences are things that you and your kids are going to always remember. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
2020 is the year that we travel, like our family travels more. Awesome. And we start being conscious about that. Isaac and Jacob, neither of them have ever been on an airplane.
It's going to be awesome.
And I think Cheryl's actually only been on an airplane like twice in her whole life. both with me, if I remember correctly, too. So I think 2020 is like we're going to commit to traveling more as a family.
Awesome.
We kind of started last summer there when we went to Montreal together, but I think we're hoping to take the whole family to Isti. Which is a typical traveling thing because it is Disneyland. But I mean, like I said, the kids have never even been on an airplane before, so that'll be a pretty rad experience. And it's funny because one of the things that speaking to what you were talking about there, Barrie, Ontario has like one of the best junior hockey teams in North America. And I think that we've been to one Barrie Colts game, and I've been living here for over a decade. So, like, that's an example of something that, like, and it's not
Don't
expensive.
take advantage of. Yeah.
It's not expensive. So I should be doing that kind of thing the arena, the 5,000, it's just down the road. Like, it's 5 minutes from my house to go to the Barrie Colts arena. And there's a restaurant in the arena. Like, we could have dinner, we can go to the game, and probably in and out under $200. So it's not like you have to spend like thousands of dollars to go spend some time away from somewhere with your family. You just got to choose to do it, I think, is what I'm finding for myself and my family. So hopefully take a trip, people.
Yeah, do it. 2020. The year of the trip.
Yeah, the year of the trip. Hopefully, anyways. So that was the best. We got 9 things, and we'd love to hear what you do this Christmas and coming up. If you've bought any of this kind of stuff, weigh in. Let us know. Chat with us on the chat. Give us some of your own ideas for things that might be good gifts for learning at home and with your family.